Hello everybody, this is Adrienne with Ascension Soul Coaching. So today is August the 23rd, 2023. Okay, for you all who like the cards, I did pull a few cards today to see what will happen at the end of the year. Is this thing going to take place or not? And the card I pulled out was botched contact. So they're going to try and push this thing about this new COVID variant. But most people are tired of it. They're tired of COVID. They're tired of all the restrictions. They want to live their life. And so it's not going to be as strong of a impact as, say, 3 years ago. However, people are definitely going to probably get sick. And it's going to scare a lot of the older people. But for the most part, the plan and the propaganda, if it's such that, will not succeed over the majority of the people. But what comes after that, right? We don't want to consider that this is real, or we know it could be real, but we don't want to comply with the lockdown and all this other stuff. What's going to happen is that most people are going to pull this set of cards. This set of cards actually is coming from the Apocalypse Tarot. And the other card actually came from my, if you know me well, my Illuminati cards. Okay. But anyway, so it's saying that the doors are locked. There will be a lockdown of some sort. The schools and churches will be closed, but the people are not going to buy this thing that could kill everybody, and they need to take the boosters. For the majority of the people, they're tired over it. It's completion, right? 10 of swords. There's like, we're done with this. We're tired with this. However, there will be some type of lockdown, but they're not going to sell out. You see this house is locked down. It says for sale, right? For sale. Oh, so what's going to happen is that people are probably going to lose their houses. A lot of businesses are going to go out of business. It's going to hurt the economy. Either way, it's going to hurt the economy because it's possibly, in my opinion, been planned to hurt it. So do your own research. I am only giving you my opinion based on what these cards are saying. So you have to do your own research. They're not going to believe the propaganda. So there's going to be a lot more hurt. Like, they're going to hurt more people. Like, they've got backup plans for backup plans. So if they know, and they've studied this to know that if we do not comply, all the steps they're going to take to make us really hurt financially and socially, and they've got plans. Okay, seriously. All right, and then the last card was what's going to come out of it at the very end, and I've got the ballots and bullets. This is a picture of Lyndon Johnson. If you can see that, I want you to see that. And each of these cards have a story in the back. And this is talking about when President Johnson became president of the United States after John F. Kennedy got shot. Because he said he didn't want any more secret societies, and he didn't want to go into the Bay of Pigs and all that other stuff. And he didn't want to go into Vietnam. Okay, y'all know what happened. Okay, so he was assassinated, and then Lyndon B. Johnson became president. But what he did, once he became president, he heard stories about people saying that the CIA had something to do with it. But he and J. Edgar Hoover locked away all the evidence and covered it up until 2029 or something like that, which is coming up soon. All right, and those cards are coming from this new set of cards I have called the Coup d'etat. Talks about President Kennedy's assassination and what happened after he passed away. All right, so bullets and ballots. Could be a civil war coming our way, some sort. You can vote these people out. Probably won't work. And or a group of people going out for vengeance for what's happening to them. Because if they lose everything, what else do they have to lose if their businesses go under? They can't pay their bills. They can't pay for their house. Their kids are suffering. All that stuff happens because if the government really presses their thumb down, the world governments presses their thumb down on the ordinary people who don't want to comply, it could get ugly. So you really do need to make choices, and you really understand that you have a backup plan, whether you're living off grid or you've saved up food and money and silver and gold and water and medicine and stuff like that. So you can take care of yourself for a while without having to work. But can you pay for your house? I mean, you have to look at all those things, right? But I'm not saying what you should do. I'm just saying if you decide to not comply, just make sure you are covered. Let's just make sure you are set up. Let's make sure you're ready to do this and you willing to down that hill that you say you for your values and what you believe. Or you can just go along with the status quo and just do what everybody else does. But think at the end of the day, if there is a plan to depopulate, you know, these plans have been in place for a very long time, and you may not survive unless you do what they ask you to do, and even then they're not going to let you last for too long. This is just my opinion. This is what I'm reading. I am reading this stuff off the internet regarding the increased powers of authority for the governors since 2020. They have been in the works. They've been gradually increasing them, and people have been pushing back. And now we have these other things with the fires, and they were seeing with what's happening in Hawaii, and now people are getting very apprehensive about what their state can do if they have a fire or natural disaster, and whether it's set up or not set up, we don't know. But I'm just saying, what would happen to them if they were forced to leave their property? What would happen to their property? So a lot of people are very concerned about that, and there's nothing wrong with talking about the concern. If you are concerned, make sure you have a plan. Maybe you should have more than one place where you put some of your valuables at, not just in one location. Maybe you should have money in different banks in different areas other than banks, so that if something should happen, you can get to those funds, right? Your food may need to be in different locations. So if this place burns down, or there's a flood, or whatever natural disaster, and you have to leave your home, there's food and substance elsewhere than just in your home. Just saying. Okay, so I'm just a tarot reader. I can see things, but I don't see everything. But I can tell you this: if you choose not to comply, be prepared. If you choose to comply, be prepared, because you have to really use discernment right now. What's the best way to go for you? I'm just telling you what I see. You have to go in yourself, and you have to figure out what you need to do. And being complacent and being neutral doesn't help anybody. So you're going to figure out what side of the coin you're going to flip on, or you're going to live on, and then, you know, take it from there. Anyway, this is Adrienne. I just wanted to update you all on what's happening in the world from the way I see it, and I will talk to you later. Anyway, y'all have a great night. Blessings.